first, as per usual. See, Maverick gone. All right. We've seen a Maverick ban already, but it was actually from Rogue in the previous match, which is quite interesting. And this is an exact reversal. So, Immortals banned Habana last match, and Rogue's banned. Or no, sorry. Immortals banned. Yeah, that makes no sense. This is the complete opposite of what we just saw. It's the same operators on attack being banned, but in reverse.
Yeah. And there goes the Maestro, mirroring what we just saw on Oregon as well. So we go 4 for 4 between Bank and Oregon, two honestly polar opposite maps.
Rogue will ban Maestro, which they did ban last map.
Yep.
This would be a mirror ban then from Immortals if we're gonna go.
Mirroring. No.
Oh, it's an echo ban. So both of the indirect denial ops gone. That's going to be pretty big. It's not exactly uncommon. Many teams practice for this, but it is new for this series at least. All right, so
it's tough too when you, because we just saw a Bank game earlier on today. It was in the Fnatic and FaZe game.
Well, that was a banger.
That was an incredible game back and forth, and it was Fnatic really running away with the early onset there. But it all came down to the default plant spot not being utilized all that often for either team inside of CCTV from server. They were going opposite.
What defenders were banned?
On that game, that's an excellent question. I know they...
I'm guessing it was probably a lot of indirect, like probably either a Maestro or an Echo, at least one of them. And
Echo for sure was banned.
Maybe a Mira as well, but I didn't watch the match.
Been the same. I
Maybe.
think it was Maestro Echo because I never saw a Maestro.
Well, like I said, I didn't watch the match, so I was busy casting. So I have...
pretty good excuse.
Yeah, I have no idea. But I'm assuming that a lot of those denial ops were banned, which means that as a defensive team, you have to rely on other forms of denial, like C4, for example, or gas canisters, because smoke is very rarely banned in that scenario. Because of that, the defenders are going to try and go for, or rather the attackers are going to try and go for plants that are in different locations. When you've got the Evil Eyes and Yokai drones in play,
10 seconds left.
Default is... Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter where you go because they're very dynamic. Evil Eyes and my Echo, or Yokai drones, both very dynamic. So when a C4 is thrown in the wrong location based on lack of information, it's, yeah, it can win you around if it's wasted. So try planting in off spots. That's probably why we saw something like that. But again, I didn't actually catch the entirety of the match, so I don't know, I defer to you.
Oh, I was flipping back and forth between both of them.
Oh, okay.
I just noticed that was a common trend.
All right, well.
No one really wanted to stay in default.
Speaking of, I mean, we're not going to basement here.
True. We are swapping things up. We're going to Teller's Archives off rip, and that wall is open into CEO.
Rotation, maybe? Must have been made from the defenders if it's open. I didn't catch it personally. But Easley's going to read that and try to drone out CEO. Already some good information here. A Mira window established upstairs, so this is why we did not see Immortals ban out Mira. They wanted to use it, and they get to start on defense, so it will be to their advantage, at least early on.
Makes a lot of sense, and this is almost indicative of what you see in a full CEO hold. I mean, the manpower up top, still got a 3-man hold, and there goes the castle barricade protecting the Mira of PX, and Cyber will be felled first. He's having a bad day on the Jaeger, honestly. He's had a few aggressive plays that have worked out, and you've got PX locked down in a corner right now with nowhere to go. Up against a indestructible windowsill. You've got the meeting room presence coming out from vertical again on the Jackal, and the Jackal paints him out, and PX turns around at the most inopportune time. That's 3 for Vert now. Finally traded out by Navi's in the janitor closet, but he tries to sprint. Oh! What a shot by Navi's on the reaction. He'll bail back out to the objective. It's a 2v3 to fight out of for M-King and Navi's.
Decent position here for Immortals, considering that 2K from Navi's, but they've still got a whole minute to hold on. Slash is going to take some damage, but Eclipse will shut down Navi's. Finally, no ace for the man. M-King now has to clutch against 3. He's going to go for an aggressive play, but he gets shut down by the Claymore. Eclipse with the 2-piece there coming from the main lobby. And Rogue will take the first round, attacking Tellers. I can already tell this is going to be a map 3. I can feel the map 3 coming on.
You're going to 3?
We're one round into this, and I can feel the map 3. Now, but it's not going to be. I'm not saying that because it's going to be a one-sided affair. I'm saying that because this is going to go all the way to the 7-8, and then we're going to go to the map 3, and then one of the teams is going to stop. My prediction is that it's going to be 7-8, Rogue.
Okay.
And then map 3.
Yep.
One of these teams, I can't predict who, is going to absolutely stop. That's what I think is going to happen. I'm making bold predictions because honestly, I have no idea.
Well, I think we all have the same reaction as Slash right now.
I missed it. What'd he say?
Well, there's a Cade being picked, and that's kind of
he's gonna 6-pick. Yeah, I don't. Technically speaking, I think it. Wait.
He didn't 6-pick. So.
So we'll have a. Oh, yeah, we'll have a rehost. Ah.
That's a lot of TKs.
Yeah, they can't see it, but yeah, we'll have a rehost.
That's gonna be an admin call.
That might incur penalties.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to wait until the admins make that call. It's not up to us. We are definitely having a rehost, but we'll see what the actual result is of that situation. Full step away for all the teams, and interesting the way that played out. I don't know what the heck he was thinking.
Yeah, I don't know if there was like a tech issue and it auto-picked it for him, and then...
I don't think so.
Trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that he didn't just honestly forget that.
So, for those of you who are watching and are very confused right now,
true.
Kaid is a new operator, having just been added to the game. He is currently on pause. He's not part of Pro League or any competitive siege, just to give players time to adapt to his existence. And yeah, Immortals just accidentally picked him. I mean, he's still in the game. You can't restrict operator selection. I mean, technically Lion is quarantined too, but anybody can accidentally play Lion. Yeah. So big whoops for Immortals, and we'll find out what the admins decide on that one. I'm guessing it's just going to be a rehost, but we don't know.
We're going to wait and see on that one.
Oh, okay, so I just heard this in my ears, and
wait on it.
That's shocking me a little bit. Yeah, so we'll wait on it until we actually load into the map.
I don't want to say anything in case that gets...
Yeah, we'll wait to see what the admin call is when we actually load into the match. So just give it a bit, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so it's been doubled up upon, apparently. I don't want to say it. You want to say it, Flynn?
Sure, I will say this. So this is reminiscent of the old rehost problems we had earlier on in Season 9.
Just say it. I can't, but
Rogue
you should.
Has been given a round.
Mm-hmm.
It is now 2-0 Rogue. And no defensive site will be locked out, considering they're on the attack. So IMT can still go anywhere they please on the map. But it is now confirmed a 2-0 lead for Rogue for not waiting for a rehost.
And that was double-checked. I share Rangers' sentiment. Sure, whatever.
Sure.
I'll take it.
Yep.
Yeah, free round. What the heck, man? Why not? Wow. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're playing some competitive siege. Yeah, go ahead and don't
do that.
Pick Kaid. That is, wow.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's one way to get around.
Something, man. Yeah.
So there's two different outcomes for this, right? And I'm just playing off the mentality for a little bit here while we wait for things to get back underway. When EG got a round, or when EG was playing Rogue, and Rogue got a round for EG not waiting for an actual rehost call, that maybe didn't make Troy and the rest of EG feel so happy, and they kind of came out very angry and slaughtered Rogue.
Yeah, that was against Rogue too, yeah.
Yeah. So you got two different options here if you're Immortals. One, you could react like EG did and just storm back and be evil about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or you're going to let it get under your skin, and it's going to tilt you, and we're definitely going to map 3 at that point.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll find out. It looks like they're still deliberating. A little bit of conversation going on there, but I'm guessing we'll be fully committed to this 2-0, and yeah.
We are.
Yeah.
We're locked in.
We're loading in right now, so it's going to be a 2-0 for Rogue. Man, don't pick the wrong operator. Just don't do it.
Simple mistakes.
You got to avoid that. So we'll be going to round number 3 here. And, yeah. Wait, there's no bans. Guys, there's no bans. Okay, so this is probably going to be a rehost, ladies and gentlemen. We'll find out. They could just all agree. You could just shake hands and be like, we won't play the banned operators. Yeah. But I don't know. We'll probably, we're going to rehost. So we'll be getting right back to us. Hello. It's good to see you guys again. Well, I mean, can't see you just yet, but
not yet.
Just I guess in a bit. Yeah.
There we go.
Look good.
Hey.
Nice and straight.
I guess.
Hello.
Right now.
So.
Yeah.
Somebody forgot to input the operator brand, so we're gonna do a rehost after that Kaid thing. I don't even know what that was.
But yeah, the bands.
A mess of a map.
The bands were Hibana, Mav, Echo, Maestro.
Yeah, you did get them all. Yes.
Beauty.
Yeah.
I try.
Yeah. So they'll input that, and then we'll go back to our 2-0.
Yeah.
Which
2-0
was a 1-0.
Was a 1-0.
But now we'll heavily favor Rogue. I wonder what site they're gonna count that as, or if it's just gonna be a free token win.
Good news is that Rogue was attacking, so it doesn't give them a win
right.
to lock out an objective, thankfully. So
yeah, I mean,
that'd be a mess to try and decide what imaginary round or imaginary bomb site was won in the imaginary round.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to have to make that call.
It's a good thing that they were attacking.
Yeah.
I went way over my head, but I don't. Oh, they're trying to figure out what the bans are. So we'll get all the
Should I say them again?
What?
Should I say them?
You want to say them again? It's Mav, Hibana, Echo, and Maestro. Immortals banned Mav and Echo. Rogue banned Hibana and Maestro. So
we're smart.
Well, no, I have a notebook.
Ah.
Yeah, so I write my stuff down.
That's actually smarter than just trying to be an idiot and remember it.
It's really convenient. You should, do it.
I should invest in a notebook.
Yeah.
The whole $5 it would take to buy a notebook. Yeah.
This one, very nice. I like it. Was $3.
Wow.
Yeah. Look at it. In all its glory.
That's a real steal right there.
It's a notebook. It's paper.
We're just kind of stalling until.
We're waiting until we get into the match, and it looks like we have it. Yay!
We did it. We stalled long enough.
So, Immortals versus Rogue. It's a 2-0 because, whoops, I picked the wrong operator.
Yeah.
And Rogue on attack still, but this time they, I don't know, they're up around that that are, I don't know, it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Teller's Office Archives and scene. Looks like the operator selection from Immortals is going to be quite interesting. Remind everybody that both Echo and Maestro are banned, so you're going to be relying on other information operators such as Valkyrie and Mira.
Well, having actually lost Teller's Archives once and then, I guess,
lost
imaginarily losing it the other time.
Magic loss.
In the third round, another attempt at Teller's Archives with that same top hold, it appears, because identical operators.
Attackers have located a bomb.
And you really don't want to be losing those rounds for the wrong operator pick in a situation like this. I mean, this is as high stakes as it gets, man. Well, actually, that's not true. I guess the finals will be as high stakes as it gets, but it's pretty high up there.
I was gonna say, this is the difference between getting a little bit of money and a lot of money for the prize pools, considering if you make it out of groups, your winnings are guaranteed to be much higher than going out as the second team eliminated.
No matter how far you make it in the main event, if you make it to the main event, you're sitting pretty.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get eliminated in the group stages, it's, I mean, you get something, but it's not as much as you would want. Ooh. That's a good start. Yeah, we're going to a map number 3. That's my prediction, by the way. M-King goes down, and yeah, Glaz is very useful there.
PX is peeking these windows too, and Bullet's stuck inside of the front table office. Now, obviously, there's no one on site right now for Immortals. They're all
vertical
upstairs.
Play, man. You gotta get that vertical play. I mean, this could work out for Immortals, but I don't know how I feel about this. There's only one drop down, even remotely close to the site, that can get them back to the site, and it's not even directly on the site. And if they haven't established a rotation hole between small office, is he really challenging that?
I was gonna say the ball's on Cyber right now.
That's just...
It's a Jaeger too, he doesn't even have an ACOG.
Shed a tear. But yes, this is very dangerous. I mean, if it works out, great, but I mean, he does have an advantage. It's still so dangerous. He's being, looks like, tracked there by the Jackal. Bullet's gonna eat some HP there. And, he'll heal himself back up. PX trying to challenge the North Repel, and he just barely doesn't see his opponent. The flick not gonna come out from PX, and Immortals starting to get pincered from all angles. This is not an easy defense here. Immortals not very well established either. Vertical's gonna take out another. There goes Bullet, and Vertical land onto PX. Many shots, but not enough to get a kill.
So push him into the waiting arms of Shuttle with the L85. So Navi's has gone back down to the objective now and standing inside of the left Teller's doorway, the Nitro Cell in hand, but a 2v5 as Cyber has retreated down to open area. It's a tough spot to be in for Immortals to try and work out of. And you had Vert on that roam clear once again, being so dominant with that C70 on the reflex sight. And Slash has no need to leave the parking garage. He's going to stay up there and do his thing with that fluorescent scope.
Yeah, I mean, he's supporting his teammates, and they already have such a man advantage. He probably doesn't, as you said, he doesn't really need to leave.
Reason to push anywhere, and now Jackal Ping is coming out again on the Cyber.
There's no control on Tellers right now for Immortals. They'll finally rotate Navi's to Tellers, so it's established now, but Wall's getting opened up. Rogue are going for a slow attack because they may have the man advantage and they're trying not to throw it away. Ooh, some exchange of fire there. Navi's going to come out underneath in that engagement. Not a great one for him. As his teammate gets taken out, need an ace from Navi's. He's really been fragging out so far in this series, but I don't see an ace as likely. Plant going down. C4 is gone, so he can't use it to make a rotation. On very little HP, he will be forced to run through the doorway, and he's not even going to get there. Shuttle through the wall will shut down Navi's, and it's, I believe, a perfect round there for Rogue. It's technically 3 in a row.
Technically.
Jeez.
3-0 lead. Yeah, the Immortals with that top setup. I'd probably abandon that for now. You're just getting pinned down from way too many crossfires.
So, Bank, by the way, is hands down Rogue's best map.
Yeah.
This is worth noting. They've played it 3 times. They've won it 3 times. They banned it 3 times as well.
Are those stats just for Season 9?
Yeah, just for
those
this season and potentially the qualifiers if they play.
3-1 and 3.
What?
Then those would be Rogue's only 3 wins in Pro League, considering they're 3-1 and 3.
It's Pro League plus qualifiers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So they've got 3 wins on Bank, and they banned it 3 times. This is a really, really good map for Rogue, and Immortals, on the other hand, banned it 5 times, and they've got a record of 1-1-1. So
that's interesting considering Latin America really does favor Bank. It's been one of those maps that's been in the rotation for almost all Latin American teams, especially when they play internationally.
Yeah.
When they play against each other, it's like, okay, you're good at Bank, we're good at Bank, okay, let's not do Bank. But when they take it international, it's usually one of the favorites for Latin American teams, and yet Immortals, I mean, granted, they picked Cade, lost a round, and they did the same thing twice in a row and got picked apart by just a beautiful top clear by Rogue. Maybe they'll have success on other bomb sites, at least in the defensive half. Maybe their offense is just smotheringly beautiful, but for right now, it's looking pretty rough.
Roamers here from Immortals inside an open area, as well as potentially upstairs. Seen it a lot that there are roamers aggressively from Immortals on a map like this, but here's the tricky thing. Jackal is left unbanned. In a map like Bank, Jackal is one of the most useful operators, period. So the fact that he is still available is going to be a huge advantage for Rogue, at least in this first half. Once we transfer over to the second half, it'll be Immortals' advantage, but we're not there yet. And if Immortals aren't able to get enough rounds for it to matter here and now, then, well, hey, it won't matter. So, Vertical, having already taken control of top floor, start pushing his way down the main stairs, and you'll see his first victim, and it's going to be Jaeger.
Well,
plain sight.
Cyber over in Garage right now. Not a really big deal, as he'll get pinged out, and no one currently pushing Garage right now for Rogue, as it's a strong coalition over towards Server, and you got a double hold right now inside of Server with M-King and Bullet on the Pulse and the Legion. It'll be up to the entire squad on Rogue to try and piece through this, but with both the Hibana and the Maverick banned out, you have to be sparing with your utility, especially when it comes down to only having 2 extra charges, and you need 1 of them to pop open the server wall. Well, 1 will get utilized, I believe, on the server hatch, try and flush out this server hold. And the Jackal pings will continue right now. The server hold is completely picked apart, but left in a 5v5 as no one was covering from hatch to watch the rotate out.
Here we go! Stay back!
Exothermic charge goes off. Okay, so default accessible in a minute to try and deal with the counterplant utility. They're gonna juggle all the C4s. There are 3 C4s on the defensive side, and that's all the defenders have to deny the plant. Clips goes for a fake out. No C4 wasted. An inefficient fake out there from Rogue. It's likely to go for another one pretty soon here. And that's why there was no plant. Valkyrie Cam in play. Clip's going for another fake out. He's waiting. I'm not sure what for. He needs to commit. That's 1 C4 gone there. A second one will land, and There's only one left, potentially. Easley's going for the plant, though, and here we go. It's Tech and C4, and it misses. An excellent fake out there from Easley, and he's going to double down, going for it once more. There shouldn't be any C4 left, and he's going to be able to get this plant down easy peasy. M-King will make him work for it, though, and Slash goes down. It's 2 for Rogue, now 3. It's just Navi's, and he's finally swept out. And it's, I mean, all 5 deaths coming post-plant there. That's not a great result for Immortals.
Just great baiting out from Rogue, and you see Ranger and everyone laughing about it. Looks like we got a tack timeout as Ranger fiddles with his headgear. That round for Immortals as well also seems like they are not comfortable on bank, which is a weird thing to say. Granted, like you said, they're a 1-1-1 record right now in recent history. And yeah, that's an IMT tack timeout. No big shock there, considering you're down 4-0 already on a map that should probably honestly be a little defender-sided considering the bans. 2 hard breachers removed from play.
Well, again, this is straight up Rogue's best map.
Yeah.
Now, based on the stats, they don't perform. I mean, they don't perform anywhere else, or better anywhere else. So this is not terribly surprising, I guess, to me. But I mean, this is a lot more one-sided than I thought.
Yeah.
Immortals have a good record here. They've won it once, drawn it once, and lost it once. That's all things considered pretty decent. It's not amazing. It's not like Rogue's 3 wins, but I don't know. It shouldn't be a 4-0 right now.
I also got to bring it back to that round on Oregon, where they left the diffuser outside. You could have won map number 1 without even needing it to go into overtime, and you could be up 4-0, 3 rounds away from continuing on and eliminating IMT, and yet a few mistakes here and there lead Rogue on their back foot, doing so well on map number 2. This could have been over.
So this is really interesting too. Map number 3, when we, looks like eventually get to it, who knows though?
Yeah.
Map number 3 will be Clubhouse. Immortals have never banned Clubhouse this season and through the qualifiers. They have a 1-1-1 record, the same as Bank, but with less bans. On the other hand, Rogue have banned it 3 times. Guess what their record is, because I'm telling you, it's real close to what you've got on Bank. It's not quite exactly the same, but very, very close.
Ooh. Wow, they're flawless right now.
Yeah. On Bank, they're 3-0. On Clubhouse, they're 2-0. And by they, I mean Rogue. Immortals, on the other hand, have the same record for both maps, 1-1-1. This best of 3 overall heavily favors Rogue. So,
seconds left before insertion.
Bad look for Immortals.
No, not a good situation. That's for sure.
No.
That's for sure. We'll see, though. We'll see. It's not over yet. Immortals are going to go to the basement once more.
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
And they've brought a lot of great tools to hold this out. They've got 4 C4s.
I was going to say,
and 1 gas canister.
Yeah.
Well, 1 set of gas canisters, sorry.
You're going to the depths of the well there for nitro cells, man.
Yeah, they really want to not have a plant happen like it did last round. And honestly, if this round plays out like last round, I'm guessing that amount of utility, that counterplant utility from Immortals, is going to get them their first win. But that's only if it plays out exactly the same as it did last round. And who knows? Maybe Rogue will do something different.
I feel like this composition on the defensive side would typically work a little bit better online versus on land, considering connecting shots onto a nitro cell going through the air infinitely easier on land compared
hands
to
down.
online.
Yeah,
so
it's actually really not that hard. If you open up the long angle in server, where the wall to where M-King is in that general area, if you open up the wall, and 1 person covers, shoots the C4 midair, if you got decent reactions, anyone can do it, man. It might seem hard because it doesn't happen very much online, but on land, it's seriously easy. Yeah. It is a really easy thing. So, we'll see. Not a guarantee that that'll happen. Navi's is really caught off here. He can cut off rotation between open and small office.
Easily just needs to turn. He's already in server.
But yeah, he was really exposed. Easley's not going to get that kill, though. That was really bad timing from Rogue to not capitalize there.
Oh. inches away, but now Slash will look in with that fluorescent scope of his. And you can see that stacking inside of Gold Vault right now for M-King and Navi's, 2 of those Nitro cells, playing extremely sheltered.
Nobody's watching main stairs. We've got somebody inside a garage. It's Bullet, but anybody could just waltz down main stairs right now and do some serious damage. Cyber is the primary flank watch, it seems, but he's not actually watching the flank right this second. Looks like he's setting himself up to do that, though. Only a minute left. The wall's already open, though, so this is decent efficiency from the attack. C4s are prepped.
Imagine if anyone could go for that flank, it would be Shuttle.
Yeah.
Not needed right now. Nitro Cell being ripped out from PX, not going to be launched out just yet.
Again, if Rogue decide to play the default plan and counter utility game, I think they're going to lose this one because Immortals just has too much utility in hand. The gas canisters were the early set, but the C4s, there's all C4s. 4 right now in play.
None of them being launched out yet, none of them being detonated, and lots of shots coming out from Slash, but not connecting, is very difficult to utilize. Oh, never mind, there goes Cyber. His head gets plastered up against the garage wall, and now the stun canister easily, that's huge, because that'll stop the animation to throw another Nitro Cell, and they get the plant down because of it. Slash up with another victim lined up for him in PX, and now trying to go for 3, and he will cut him down. A 4th one peeking at the server door, and he gets it. Slash on a run. Shuttle will clean things up. Rogue up 5-0.
What a round from Slashug. Yesterday, he just wasn't making it happen. Today, he's on fire, unstoppable, and Rogue will put themselves inches away from match point. Just one more round to go, and that would bring us to a map number 3. Very impressively done from Rogue and Slash specifically, but I gotta say, what the heck, Immortals? Like, I understand you're gonna get knocked off of the animation.
Yeah.
With the Zofia lifeline. And I understand that the Thatcher is gonna deny your pulse. But just how did they plant with still 4 C4 in play? They're 4 C4. I just don't, man. I just don't know.
Yeah, the concussion, it can't get all of you.
I mean, yeah, it's a radius. It's an AOE for sure, but it's.
But if he shoots it at the mirror hole, anyone peeking CC door should be able to get a Nitro Cell in default and detonate it.
It's a 7-second plant, man. It takes a while. You can rotate somebody else from a different location to C4 it.
Yeah.
I can't believe Immortals didn't throw a single C4 to counter that plant. Mind-blowing. Anyway, good job to Rogue. Going for the plant, getting it. Just Immortals shouldn't have let it happen. Now,
yeah, it's not really that it's not really that Rogue is winning the game. It's that Immortals is losing the game.
Yeah, good way to put it.
And this seems like a desperation attempt here, grasping at straws. Cyber going to be going to the Cav, understanding that Vertical is bringing the Jackal constantly and could be using part of that as the roam clear. Navi's, I guess maybe his location was detected immediately, but he'll rip back down from stock, back down towards the main stairs, sorry. Actually, no, he's going to stand and fight inside of stock with Cyber over inside a conference room.
So we've been seeing a lot of Cav play. A lot of you may have noticed recently the animation bug with Cav. I don't think it's really a bug, it's just an accident. One of those happy accidents.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you use her ability and you like lean left and right, you're crouching, it's really hard to see her if she's behind some like crouch level cover.
Yep.
Because of that, we've been seeing Cav played a lot, actually. She's not terrible after the changes. She's actually more consistent overall because she's got more range to her pistol. But yeah, people really fans. But at the same time, Vertical lands headshots, so I guess it doesn't really matter. People are fans of Cav because of that ability thing that you can do. Bullet's gonna land a headshot onto Slash though, so refrag. It's one for each team, and the glass is gone. That's a huge pick for the defense.
Good work there for at least providing some support and allowing Navi's to escape back down, as he's now going to get Jackal tracked. And he was upstairs in a roaming tandem with Cyber, so at least you get one away. You maintain one of your Nitro Cells. Your Cav does nothing, and you sacrificed having, I guess, a smoke, actually? Oh, wow, they sacrificed bringing a smoke for the Cav.
That's pretty huge, yeah.
Yeah.
Still got 4 C4.
That in prep.
It's still 4 C4, but...
no smoke.
No smoke. That's a lot of delay you just don't have. But at the same time, the glass is gone. So it's pretty much an equal exchange so far.
Yeah, you lose Slash, who had the 4K last round, so it's pretty equal trade, like you said.
In terms of utility.
Yeah, the wall's going to get opened up right now by Eclipse. Drops a Claymore at the door. And you got Vertical playing for hatch control. And Shuttle, again, doesn't really have much of a mission right now. He could go down and help easily as far as plant cover. But you got the hatch control, and with Immortals, again, neglecting the main stairs as much as they have been, this could be an easy flank. And the mirror is closed, PX.
He's using a sound cue to try and fake out the enemy.
Okay, yeah.
It's actually a decent strategy here from PX. He was doing it all last round, but with so little time and all the C4 still in play, this could be really, really, really bad for Rogue. They're going to go for the plant. PX still has a C4. Is he going to throw it is the question. It does go out, but it does eventually land. He detonates it late, and there you go. No one's planting for Rogue. There's not enough time, and it could be the first round for Immortals. And yes, indeed, it will be. Shuttle does try, but it cannot happen. Immortals finally take one on Bank.
Well, you go into the half after the first split. You're down 5-1 if you're Immortals. The question was brought up yesterday after a grueling map 1 going the distance 8-7 on Oregon. Do you want to stretch this out and try and get the 2-0, knowing that this is one of Rogue's best maps in their pool? Or do you kind of just phone it in for the last couple rounds and get to Clubhouse? A map that equally is a good map for Rogue, but could be an entirely different look and just a mental reset for Immortals.
Slightly less good. They've got one less win.
Less win.
3 wins.
Same number of losses.
3 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws on Bank. 2 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws on Clubhouse, which will be our third map if we get to it. And it's looking like we will. I don't know. I would say if I'm Immortals, I fight tooth and nail to the bitter end. But that's just my inner competitiveness.
Yeah.
I think if you're thinking about in terms of practicality, I'd say wing it maybe for like try, or not wing it, but do your best for the next 2-3 rounds. And if you see no success on any of the bomb sites that you're attempting to go to, then the game will decide for you. That's the truth. I don't see any reason to give up on these rounds. I mean, yeah, you could say energy, but at the same time, both teams are playing the same amount. So I don't really know if that argument makes any sense. Navi's Twitch drone could be inside of Garage and easily will not spot it. That's really good for the Twitch. Curious that we have the Twitch being brought, though to be fair, there is no Mira ban, so Mira can be brought. But she's not being brought. I don't know.
Looks like on the A stream that Empire, spoiler alerts, mute if you don't want to hear it.
We're gonna say this for 10 seconds, so just 10-second pause.
Empire wins map number 1 versus Space Station 8-6. So another overtime game on map number 1. Getting a lot of those today, and honestly the competition level throughout the entire day yesterday and the first half of today, remarkable.
Yeah.
Except for this map.
Well, no, I mean, no, except for many maps. We've seen a lot of really fast matches today, actually. We saw just NIP versus Reciprocity was a 7-0, 7-3 in the second 2 maps of the best of 3 series. So, yeah. In the 2 second maps. Second and third map. Whatever. English hard. Slash Hug on the main server stairs. He's got the shotgun. Not going to be able to accurately land a headshot, but he will take out Navi's. No headshot needed. Enough damage packed into one of those canisters. Guzman's go out. He's trying to double up on his utility since it's been destroyed. He will be hit by that Guzman, but it will work to his advantage because he's got the shotgun, and it's easy to land shots with this one. The auto shotty on Ella, very potent at such a close range.
You've also got the ability to recover twice as fast from your own Ella mines if you're playing on those stairs. The flashbangs come out, trying to push in. This, the third one, will full blind Slash like he's playing a dancing game back and forth, but ultimately only trades out 1 on his stand and fight. A lot of time burnt though, just about 2 minutes on the time burnt on those server stairs, and the same conversation that we were having for Rogue will be had here. Do you utilize the utility to open up the server hatch and then don't open up your CCTV hatch? Or do you use that time that is necessary to clear the dude stairs and burn that as utility?
Yeah, since you've got 2 hard breacher bans, just those exothermic charges in play, you're very limited as an attacker on this base. And here's the thing though, there's a lot less counter utility on Rogue's side. It's going to be a committed plant here from Enking. He's taken damage, though, so he'll be forced off. He's going to have to come back eventually, but that's just one gas canister expended by the defenders, and that's decent efficiency, all things considered. Another attempt from Enking. Gas canister will go off, but he might just be able to stick it. It looks like he will attempt and be successful in that endeavor. Shuttle shuts him down, so it cost him quite a lot. In fact, his whole life. But in a post-plant Immortals, this is going to be really hard for them to lose, but that could cause a loss! Oh, what a blunder from PX! Vertical takes full advantage, and he gets the second one, but oh, just barely losing out. Spoke too soon. Cyber's going to take down Eclipse because he has the smoke grenade working in his favor. Being able to see through it is huge. Cyber gets another one, and a third for Cyber. Immortals takes the round, and almost recovery there from Vertical, but it just wasn't enough.
Wow. That round had a lot of key pieces in it in the post plant. There was PX whiffing inside of Kitchen on Vert. Vert then whiffing on PX at the re-engagement, point blank. You've got a reflex, he's got an ACOG, similar rate of fire, and yet you lose that out. And then you've got Cyber on the glass inside a server who picks up a 3K, considering IMT were down 2 men in a 3v5 in that post plant. Also, you got to feel real bad for Shuttle in that one, considering he killed off M-King, I want to say, a microsecond after the plant got completed.
I think the biggest thing for me is that Rogue had very little counterplant utility. And what they did have, they didn't use. There was a C4 in play there, but guess what didn't happen? A C4. Also, the smokes were poorly paced from Rogue. Really poorly paced.
Yeah, we talked about the amount of time that was burnt from that server stairs hold from the Ella playing on server stairs with all that utility that was invested, and burnt nearly 2 minutes off, but you're right, the pacing of the smokes coming out, the utility on site, doesn't seem to have encouraged Rogue to make any changes, though, which is interesting. You still have Vertical now playing Valkyrie, so bringing another Nitro cell. You got easily swapping to a Doc, so changes to the lineup, but you're only bringing one extra C4, and you still got to be able to use it at the end of the day. It's going to come down to a playstyle shift for Rogue, not necessarily the utility changing.
Yeah, I think that's potentially enough, but it's spectator bug. But it's not really. I gotta say, I don't think it's the right call. You've got opportunities here to pick operators that will assist you in denying the plant. C4, I mean, that's how Immortals decided to do it, and that's how they won that last round. If you remember, on the final defensive round for Immortals, they had so much counterplant utility in those C4s that they were able to pace them and win it out. But not so here for Rogue, and they're going to have to rely on other means to make it happen. They had other means, though. That server stairs hold, we talked about that. I mean, it wasted a lot of time. So, playstyle adjustment, I don't know what they're going to adjust to compensate for the lack of counterplant utility. Maybe they'll just use what they do have more efficiently this time.
Or just use it in general, like you said. The Nitro cell from Eclipse just never came out. He was sitting in gold on the cardiac sensor. Hey, everyone on Rogue, remember to use what you have to deny the plant. And came down to milliseconds in the last round. We'll see if it happened again, considering that, well, we thought it was going to be impossible, considering it was a 5-0 lead for Rogue, and we were all but assured map number 3. Rogue still in the driver's seat, however, Immortals picking up a little bit of steam and bringing some utility that will help this plant come out, even avoiding some of these Nitro cells, especially with the Finka. Give you a little extra help to absorb maybe the fringes of the radius of that Nitro cell detonating.
Got control of server here. They're going to finally open up the wall into A. Good control. Full man count here for Immortals. They've also got the Glaz in play, bringing it themselves. Could be very powerful. They didn't open up the site drop. They instead decided to open up the hallway drop down so they could throw these grenades. And MK's going for the plant. He's not being countered. Oh, there we go. Finally, gas canisters will go out. Oh, no. C4 misses. Grenades from Navi's to try and deny any more counterplant utility. M-King's gonna commit fully. He's in the gas canister, so he'll lose his life. And he does not get the plant down. It was seconds away, though, from a successful one. And it's gonna be a second attempt here from Bullet. Glaz seeing through the smokes. We can't see it, but he is. Bullet will get the plant down, and in a post-plant, 4 attackers still in play. This is all but 1 for Immortals already.
Another plant down. Nitrous goes soaring into open area, but won't connect with anyone above on hatch control. You've got Eclipse pushing in through CCTV, but again, you've got Cyber as the Glaz laying prone inside a server in behind the desk. Bullet will clean up one, PX with another. It's all up to Vertical, stuck in Red Hall. PX will drop and secure the round for Immortals. That is 3 consecutive for the Latin American team against Rogue. And suddenly that round, that gap, that chasm that Immortals were facing, the distance is closing 1 round at a time.
I mean, yeah, we're just 2 away from an equal round count here. This is crazy. I don't... Oh boy.
Granted, it would take 7 straight to get to a win without overtime. It would take 6 straight and then losing 1 to get to overtime.
It's definitely possible, though.
It's doable. You're halfway there to at least forcing overtime.
So again, I'll say it. The counterplant utility for Rogue that round was terrible. I have no idea why they're bringing so little, and it's something that they're gonna need to correct. It all comes down to utility. That's it. That's all it is. The grenades from Navis were great, but they didn't matter at all. Those grenades do land in a position to take out anyone trying to C4 you. But again, they don't matter because there's no C4s left. The first one being expended, there wasn't a second to back it up. It's a weird round from Rogue. A weird operator lineup. That's the really curious thing. I mean, here even they're bringing 2 C4. So it's, I don't know. It's CEO defense. Mira's really useful up here.
Yeah, it's a typical placement. You have 1, okay, that's actually not the more typical one.
What I missed?
The reinforcement. Oh, it's just a reinforcement and a mirror facing these outside windows, the north windows, from inside Janitor Closet with the castle barricade at the back.
Oh.
It is done a few times, but the more standard one will be
it's dangerous
into Janitor.
You gotta imagine he's gonna put a castle barricade on the door behind that one, right?
Yeah, it's already there.
Okay, so castle barricade's gonna enable that position, but yeah, as Flynn said, kind of dangerous play there.
Especially when you got a sledge, an ash. The Glaz, you can still shoot through it. You can't pop open the castle barricade anymore with Glaz, with the 12 shots, but you can still shoot through it.
Really, I thought they removed the ability to shoot through it.
I thought they said they wanted to, but you can still do it.
I honestly don't remember.
Sure.
They made so many changes with how Glaz interacts with the castle barricade, but
yeah.
I actually never tested it. I had a conversation with somebody about this recently, and there seems to be a lot of confusion about this because, yeah, I haven't tested it.
Yeah, I haven't either. I'd never play Glaz either, so.
Well, we'll find out, I suppose, going into this round. Maybe Cyber will tell us what the truth is. Not sure why he did that.
Yeah.
So if you just go down to the little part where there's
the
like
little landing, yeah.
Yeah, you don't take any damage. He decided to take some damage for some reason.
It's 10 HP in the grand scheme of things. Probably not the difference maker, but if it does
some
end
guns,
up being,
it's a whole extra bullet.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
If it does end up being the difference maker, and he gets downed off of a weird random spray through a wall, I'm gonna feel pretty bad for him, considering he did some pretty neat parkour, and it'll cost him his life in that eventual hypothetical scenario.
Immortals, taking this very slow. They have someone on rappel for north. They're also pressuring main lobby, but they're not really committing to any one thing. They're just going for a slow take. Cyber's gonna use his smokes to one-way peek this, but he's got a mirror window to deal with, and he's being shot, looks like possibly from below. We're also gonna see Bullet go down by the main lobby, so early pick for Rogue. I say early, but we're still 2 minutes into this. I mean, Rogue are in a good position though, having gotten the first kill for the round. Good information being gathered here from Rogue as well, using that heartbeat detector or cardiac sensor. Shuttle's gonna be able to do some more damage from below as he sees the cardiac response from the Glaz. Goes for an angle, but misses out on it, and I'm not sure what he was thinking, deciding to come away from PX. His teammates will get 1 kill for each. That's 2 total, and while the Pulse wasn't able to accomplish anything. Immortals are still finding themselves locked out of sight. In a 2 versus 4, this is all but over here for Rogue. In fact, based on time and the fact that there is no diffuser, I don't think it's actually possible for Immortals to get this. They might be able to prove me wrong, though, as they take out easily. We've got PX in sight. He's shut down by Slash. It's just Cyber, alone against 3, pistol out, and round over. That was one of the slowest attacks I've seen in a while.
Yeah.
And one of the most disjointed attacks as well, where all of Immortals were spread thin. And now we're on match point.
1 round away for Rogue, sending us to Clubhouse, which would be the decider map. Yeah, that whole attacking round, it seemed like they were indecisive as to where they even wanted to push from. They had a double stack on repels in the north windows. They had a Glaz just putting his face into a giant hole on the left CEO wall. Then they tried to breach open the right CEO wall without doing anything about the mirror. I'm a little lost about that. No attempt at clearing out the bottom, even after being shot from people downstairs halfway through. Just not a lot of entry into the building in general, not a lot of map control, and not a lot of control in general over themselves.
It was a really bad round from Immortals. Yeah. Their attack was all over the place. Like I said earlier, almost no substance to it. And Rogue were happy to take that free round. This is much like the 5 rounds we saw in a row for Rogue. Oh, technically 4, I guess, if you don't count the free win that they got for the operator thing. This could be a 5-4 right now. It could still be a 6-3 even if that round had played out.
5 seconds.
True. Got some cameras being set up here inside of Garage. Basement defense once more for Rogue. Now, they have not been able to defend this site yet, or at least not successfully. They've gone to it a few times, but it's been a struggle. This time, though, they brought 2 more C4s than usual.
Bring back the Finka and Glaz combo that they've been using quite a lot on these downstairs pushes. It's been working out quite well for them. Cyber's had a field day laying prone in behind that desk inside a server and collecting as many kills as humanly possible in a post-plant scenario. And I think we've harped on them enough for it, but let's reiterate it one more time. Rogue, use your utility to try and stop the plant a little smarter next time.
They have the utility this time. You know, they've got it, right? The C4 is there. So you expect them to be able to do that, but...
I mean, one would hope.
We'll see. They're also not going to be playing by server, though, this time. So there's less time being wasted. Immortals are going to take full advantage of that. As you can see, they're droning straight in. They know it's clear. That's a very efficient take from Immortals so far.
Thermite charge coming out onto the hallway hatch from inside of open area. M-King will blast that wide open and then move his way down to server and pop open the default wall. It's going to be the same push that we've seen over and over again on this map today, and not a lot of alternating strategies you can use considering Hibana and Maverick are both banned out. This is your old hat, year 1 strategy for pushing bank. It still works nowadays. It's just going to come down to the plant coverage.
I mean, there's actually, I don't think any other strats you can feasibly, like, no other good strats.
No other good ones, no.
Yeah, you've got other options, but nothing good. A reset for Navi's upstairs. He'll be back to 50 HP. This could be the last round here. M-King's going for a plant, and he will be denied thanks to the gas canisters from Smoke. Takes a lot of damage there, so you can see. Still C4s in play, and more gas canisters in all likelihood, but they were coming down to the last minute only just now. Ooh, this Valkyrie cam is going to be huge for the defense. And M-King going for another attempt. He's committing to it. Gas canister goes off, and the C4 to follow it up. Slash takes down M-King, and that's just 1 off the board. Still plenty of defenders in play.
Another one will jump in on the reattempt. It's Bullet now, the Ash, the 1 armor, 3 speed, trying to go in for that plant. Won't be able to absorb as many shots from the backside, or someone should vault. Another Nitro Cell sent out, and there it goes. Easily will connect on a headshot to Navi's as well. Vertical slashing through Bullet with the Nitro Cell. It's down to a 5v2. Cyber as the Glaz, the only man who can see through the smoke, is now trying to attempt to complete the plant. 20 seconds left, and he'll get it off. Turn and whip and shoot, but it'll all be errands. And now PX lining up at the bottom of the server stairs. They all come rushing in for him, able to acquire 2, but that will end us on map number 2. Rogue will send us to Clubhouse on a 7-3 victory over Immortals on bank.
What a round win there from Rogue. They found out what the issue was. Not enough counter plant utility. And what did they do? They bought brought a bunch more.
It works out for them, and one of their strongest maps remains undefeated for them in recent history.
Yeah, 4-0-0 on bank. Very well done. So we're going to have a quick 4-minute break while we get ready for map number 3, and once we get to it, it'll be Clubhouse. Okay, no break apparently. Never mind.
You lied.
Yeah.